You say, oh!
Bringing you the finest entertainment on this side of the void. Game reviews, movie reviews, tales and myths from the supernatural unknown, unsavory food reviews, clown world news, and much more, all wrapped up in one extremely mediocre yet morbidly amusing online television channel, the Shady Gamer Channel. Entertainment, but not for everyone.
The dead don't die. Truer words haven't been spoken here in Grim Oaks, since a large part of the population here are zombies, ghosts and anything else undead that skulks about at night. It's also the name of the movie I'll be talking about in this video. The Dead Don't Die is a funky zombie horror comedy film where, due to polar fracking, the Earth's rotation is altered, messing up the day and night cycle, making animals go crazy and, of course, raising the dead from the grave. The movie takes us to Centerville, a rural town with a few rather eccentric locals. A string of gruesome murders occur during strange atmospheric disturbances as two of the town's police officers, Cliff and Ronnie, find themselves in a full-blown zombie apocalypse. It's a somewhat silly movie with a simple plot with several winks to the tropes in horror movies. The humor in the movie isn't flat-out in-your-face jokes, but is more focused on the awkward interactions between the characters and the overall aloof weirdness of the whole movie. There's a short-running joke when the first murders are discovered in a diner and the cops arrive on the scene finding two ripped-up bodies. One of the characters mentions it might have been wild animals while talking with Cliff, followed by several other characters mentioning this as a logical conclusion, until Ronnie adamantly proclaims he thinks it's zombies out of the blue. And suddenly you have a bunch of people jumping on the zombie bandwagon, talking about how to kill zombies, stockpiling weapons and so on, without anyone, aside from the viewer, actually having seen a zombie at this point. It's just an example of the strangeness of the people in this film. If you want another one, there's also a character in this movie that's a Scottish mortician and wields a katana throughout the film. Weirder stuff happens, but I'd be spoiling too much. The characters are a weird mix of being both aloof, easygoing and anxious as well. I guess you could say the movie can be described as a bit of surrealism. It doesn't always work, but I believe it works for the overall movie, since it would have otherwise been a hell of a lot more boring if the characters acted more traditionally normal for movie standards. The film also loves to introduce several groups of characters that don't really amount to anything. In one instance, the film decides to focus on a group of young hipsters stopping in the town during their road trip, spending all their screen time in their motel room watching the news, only to show them dead in their room later on. Why would they take the time to introduce these characters, give them some backstory, interactions with several other characters, only to just show them to be dead later on in the movie? You don't even see them getting actually killed. Not that I was sad about it, because I usually instantly hate millennials and teens in horror movies. Another gang of pointless randos is this bunch of kids in a detention center that have this non-existing plotline going on where they talk about what they see on TV and guards being assholes to them. You know how animes have filler episodes so they don't outrun the manga source material? Well, The Dead Don't Die has filler characters that add literally nothing and are just there to extend the screen time of the movie. The entire movie is like Schrodinger's cat. It's both a high budget and a low budget movie at the same time. It has the lame CGI crap when they decapitate zombies and instead of blood some black ashes spout from their necks. You'd think this is some kind of censorship thing, but then you also have scenes of gory, mutilated corpses, complete with a generous serving of blood. Surprisingly, this movie has a lot of A-lister actors in its cast, such as Bill Murray, Steve Buscemi, Danny Glover, and Adam Driver, along with some other big names I clearly care less about. It is rather stupefying they couldn't offer these heavy hitters a more meaty script to sink their teeth in, but a paycheck is a paycheck, I can respect that. The Dead Don't Die is a fun little goofy zombie movie with not much going for it story-wise, but the awkward performances of the actors that are frankly too good to be in this movie will keep you entertained.